Hey guys, Stealthy here and welcome back to Taskmaster Tuesday for Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. In today's video, we are going to be building a ship that resembles something that the Dutch used to have. It's a scenario by Brother Munro, and it's called the Flying Dutchman. Angry that the once great naval power of the Netherlands doesn't even deserve to be an Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts when countries like China are, is outrageous. The Koninklijke Marine, the Dutch Royal Navy, has tasked you with taking out the fastest, deadliest ship in the fleet and showing the developers the errors of their ways. So, in a way, this is a bit of a pun taking against the developers of the game. Anyway, our job is fairly straightforward. We are going to be building a light cruiser, and we need to sink 10 transports. There is, however, a bit of a blockade. There is a couple of destroyers and one light cruiser that happen to be escorting said convoy. So my job, or rather everyone else's job, because we're doing this with the combination of Brother Munro, Every Day's Different, History Guy Gaming, and Spartan, our job is to sink the transports as quickly as possible. Now we're going to be using France as a stand-in for the Netherlands with 1925 tech. We only get one cruiser, and this cruiser must have at least 10 6-inch guns as its main armament. We may exceed the number and the caliber. The ship must have a top speed of at least 31 knots, no deck-mounted torpedo tubes, but underwater tubes are fine. And as for the rest, I'm free to design the ship as I like. So let's get around to designing a ship, and seeing that time is of the essence, as the fastest time wins, I'm going to get the ship as quickly as possible. I'm going to try and make the thing as fast as I possibly can. That might come at the expense of bulkheads. Normally I go with a lot of bulkheads, but this time around I'm probably going to do with as few as possible to make sure that I can dump all of that power, all of that displacement into speed. Now she's supposed to have 10 6-inch guns as her main armament. I wasn't aware that we were getting a modern light cruiser hull, but I quite like it. So I'm supposed to have 10 6-inch barrels. Okay, at least, by the way, at least. That's 9. That's 12. That's 15. I have a bit of a forward offset of about 4%. Aft, 0.8, okay. Now, that's the minimum that I can have. Or rather, I've exceeded the minimum. I'm also allowed to go bigger to 7-inch, but I don't think I'll need that. I think I'd rather stick to the 6-inch guns, use maybe exactly the Lyddite propellant as it is right now, and just do a bunch of damage with it against the transports. As for torpedo launchers, you're not allowed to have deck-mounted torpedo tubes, but you are allowed to have subsurface torpedo tubes, underwater tubes. We're going to need a funnel, and judging by the speed that I want to get out of this ship, I'm probably going to need a big one. The ship will be operating at a speed of 40 knots, and the aft weight offset's perfect, just 0.1%. Anti-flood 2, a bit of Citadel armor would be appreciated. Auto-loading technology makes these things fire every 11 seconds. As for the rest, I think electro-hydraulic turrets would be appreciated, but they're probably going to come at the expense of something else, because electro-hydraulic turrets are heavy things. So I'm going to run with few bulkheads. I'm going to run with, if possible, a bit of barbette armor, and let's say the best coincidence rangefinder that I can get. Some hydro system would also be appreciated. Oh, wow, you can make this thing large. And she can still do 40 knots, and I can still add more weapons? Hell yeah. No way. The thing is going to have terrible firing angles on those guns. Wait, one. Oh, you can't put it up there. With the other guns, sometimes you could. 3-inch guns, right. So you're telling me that I can make this ship even faster, right? These should be side mounted. Oh. Hold on. Here. Now, for those of you wondering, no, this is not a genuine Dutch design. I'm just going to try and put as much firepower on this ship to make sure that I can get rid of those ships as quickly as possible. The transports that I'm trying to kill. Oh, I got a bit of a starboard weight offset. Here? Here. No. Try again. I could just leave them as is. But I think it just looks better if you have them pointing to the stern. Like that. So this is quite a lot of overlapping firepower. Now, these guns don't have a lot of range. They fire at to 11.7. And I also have to consider the fact that I still need to get to the enemy formation fast. Let's increase bulkheads a bit. Adding speed is going to come at a lot of displacement cost. But the faster I get there, the faster I'll be able to sink those guys. Secondary guns of 3" might come in handy. They only weigh 10 tons. So I could probably put a few of these things on here. Oh, you can put a 3" gun up there. Okay. Let me guess, this is just for the 2? That's for the 2" guns. 2" guns, 5 kilometer range, reload 4 seconds. Damage 51. Not that severe, but hey. Oh, we have a port weight offset. Yeah, here. 4 weight offset, 1.3. So I'd need to move the stern guns out a bit more. Now aft is 2.2. Now we got a starboard weight offset again. It is nice to put these things on here, but they're also fairly difficult to balance out. There. That's it. Okay, don't move. Don't move. No. There we go. Aft weight offset, 0.1%. Speed, 42 knots. Name of the ship. De Zeven Provinciën, which is the name of the flagship of the Dutch fleet currently as well, and has been for quite a while. Translation, the 7 provinces. Standard complement of shells, a standard amount of torpedoes, which are still mounted on the ship in the form of underwater tubes. And I intend to launch these against transports as and when possible, but their firing angles are probably severely limited because they're just side mounted and they cannot swivel whatsoever. Ship is pretty poorly defended. We got Group 4 armor, yes, but we only have a single bottom hull. We have standard bulkheads, anti-flood 2, a citadel-ish, and almost no armor. But then again, the requirement is not that the ship survives. The requirement is that I sink all the enemy transports very, very quickly. So let's go out there and do just that. We are going to kill us some transports. Now, race in, find the enemy, and butcher them. To the north. To the north we shall go. Light cruiser De Zeven Provinciën, try to pronounce that when you're not Dutch, is ready for a fight. Don't torpedo anything yet, unless otherwise directed. Enemy smoke spotted to the north. Still. Now I'm paying very close attention to this clock, because this is the prize. Whoever sinks all the transports in the fastest way possible wins. "10 minutes have passed nearly, and I still haven't seen the guys yet. But then again, I don't have radar, nor was it invented. Or maybe it was, but at least it's not available for placing on my ship currently. Now, I hope that the AI is going to be doing its usual derpy shit, where it just does not defend its transports, and instead hides behind the transports. It's been happening quite a lot, and supposedly the devs are working on it, so I hope that that behavior is going... Oh, hold on. I think they're about 6 clicks out because something just flicked up on the screen. I hope that behavior from the AI is still going to improve. 15 minutes have passed, still not a ship in sight. Come on. Where are you? 20 minutes. Northeast. They have shifted. According to the game, they are relatively close because I cannot go to 30 times speed anymore. Northeast. Understood. Oh, hello, boys. You're all the way over here, huh? There you are. 7.2 clicks out. 7 provinces. Open fire. I just don't like the French flag on my Dutch ship, but hey, whatever. Let's take a screenshot. Alright, at 9:38 we have engaged the transports. And we have done our first serious blow at 257 points of damage. This is just a speed run today. Looks like the first one might already be going down. And as hoped, their escorts are nowhere to be seen. Now my torpedoes can move all the way out to 12 kilometers. But I'm thinking that's not going to be required. Are you a transport? You are a transport. Maintain pressure. Keep going. Open up with the 3-inch guns. Accuracy still leaves something to be desired. Then again, I am moving at a blistering 42 knots for a light cruiser. I mean, I think I might even outspeed the destroyers at this rate. Fire and flooding. More flooding. Oh, hi. You must be the escort. Torpedo that ship. Torpedoes to green. Smoke screen enable. This thing might flood, but I want to be sure. I've sunk one transport. Second one soon to follow. The problem might be that this cruiser is going to ruin the day. Provinces, your turning circle, yeah, is 800 meters. That's problematic. You know what? We're going to save those torpedoes. You know, the ones we just launched. To target that warship over there. Okay, 2 transports down, 934. My challenge is to try and stay alive long enough for the Zeven Provincie to do enough damage. And just ideally ignore this ship. I might be able to fire some armaments at it while I'm turning. And dodge torpedoes while I'm at it. I just don't really think that I have a fairly substantial chance of hitting this thing. Because I'm doing some very violent maneuvering at extreme speeds. You know what? We're going to turn back. If I turn all the way around, it's going to take me too much time. I'm hoping that these torpedoes will sink another transport. Oh shit, there's another one. That's one of their escorting destroyers. Switch fire. Target. Fazan. Torpedoes out. Seven provinces. What are you targeting? Ah, there's the fire again. Alright, how are my torpedoes looking? Oh, the Moleemann was able to evade. Okay. Fair play to them. Oh, shit. Shit, shit, shit. Hard starboard. Origin? Assuming the Boyerin, the light cruiser that's currently protecting the convoy. We have fire going on the Fazan, and the shells that are flying over the Fazan seem to be hitting the Kinberg. Torpedoes coming out of this destroyer, but the 7 provinces is maneuvering so much that it's very unpredictable. Unfortunately, seems to be sort of automatically avoiding the torpedoes. There's another salvo coming out from the DD. Maintain fire on the Fazan, secondaries on the Iskushny. Which sounds like something you say when you sneeze. Just don't know if those 3-inch guns are going to be turning anytime soon. Or if I'm still able to use any of those. Rudder damaged. Shit. That's not what I need. Torpedoes, if you can. Port flank. Target, Kuguar. Ship sunk. Next target, Kinberg. Torpedoes out on Kinberg. Next target, Kuguar. Time 9:29. More torpedoes have left the tubes. I don't know if those are going to be doing anything. But I'm assuming that they are, so I'm already switching target and racing away from the Iskushny. Come on. Sink them faster. I have content creators to beat. I mean, we're all on the same team here, but I gotta make sure that this time around I take some points home with me by winning this challenge. Although, from our current conversation, it's not like we have a rolling tally of points. We take this on a week-by-week basis. Now, it looks like the Kuguar might be going down due to flooding. The torpedoes look terrible. These torpedoes got dodged by the Kinberg. Oh, man. We got the Strozhevoy, which has not decided to launch torpedoes, but the 7 provinces has, once again, reloaded the tubes. These things take only 150 seconds to reload, which is very quick. Let's see, they got 4 healthy transports and 1 exceptionally heavily damaged one. Kuguar on fire. Come on, I need a kill. Look at that ship. We do not want to be on board that ship right now. Can I safely switch away from the Kuguar? Those torps that I launched? Here. Okay. New target. The Admiral Lazarev. Already getting hit. Excellent. Kuguar sinks. I'm hoping that the torpedoes will finally find the Pentalemon and sink that ship. Lazarev taking serious damage, and the transports are really not getting the escort duties that they have been hoping for. Mostly because the DDs are just not fast enough. They're only doing 33 knots. I'm still operating at 41.3 knots. Ship sunk, getting hit by 5 torps. Alright, that leaves 3 healthy transports and 1 half dead one. Time 9:23. I'm probably going to need another 5 minutes or so. Torpedoes out on Kinberg. Let's continue closing in. See, I quite like this firing solution because all of these 3 turrets can open up. Because this one just flies or shoots right over the deck. Ship has automatically selected a new target, but I'm going to override it because she's probably going for either a destroyer or the transport, but I want to sink this one, hoping that the torpedoes are going to find the Kinberg this time. Kinberg already dodged once. Let's hope she doesn't do it again. Now, if you have a good scenario for Taskmaster Tuesday, then please post that down below in the comments section. And the challenge which gets the most upvotes is going to be considered for next week's challenge. Unless, of course, we come up with something else ourselves. Ascold, burning and flooding. Come on, I really want this ship gone. No, Kinberg's gonna dodge again. Shit. 920. Another salvo of torpedoes get dumped onto Kinberg. But I'm kind of doubting we're gonna hit anything. Yep, the torpedoes sailed by the Kinberg harmlessly because she's still very, very slowly maneuvering to port. Time 9:19, 9:18, 90 or 59. Kinberg, dead. Next target. I might be able to use the starboard launchers, although I don't know if it's going to be of any use at this point, because I think that the guns, which have already been swung around to the other side, are already on target. Yep, there we go. We just dumped another salvo. I think the ship might be dead before we even get those torpedoes to hit. Very closely keeping an eye on the time. Ship is flooding and burning. And evading the torpedoes. You gotta give these transports credit. They're better at evading torpedoes than I am. Stop. 9:16:18. That's how long it took me to sink all the transports. 9:16:18. Now, for good measure, I'm going to prolong the encounter and also get rid of the escorts, while hopefully dodging another salvo of torpedoes that's coming at me from the Skushny. So 9:16:18. Not a bad time. Although I probably could have done it faster if I sped the ship up even more. So for good measure, we're going to get rid of the escorts as well. And sure, the... No. No! You're a transport! You're supposed to be dead, buddy. I sunk 9 transports, not 10. My time's not done yet. Some torpedoes struck the already sinking ship there. Thankfully, the Skushny does not have her torpedoes ready, but the Boyarin does. We're going to have to zigzag between these ships. There's a salvo. Oh, this is going to get very interesting. I'm probably going to get hit, because I cannot outturn those torps. Come on. Oh, that's not good. No, she's flooding too bad. Sink this ship before you go down. Fuck me. Oh. I thought I had them all 10. But I didn't. One got away because it was sailing in a different direction than the rest of the convoy. So my initial time of 9:16:18 proved invalid, and then I got torpedoed, and the whole attempt became null and void because I just lost the ship and didn't complete the objective. Ah, shit. Oh well, maybe the other guys also messed up. Don't forget to check them out. Links down below in the description. And again, if you have a good scenario, then by all means, post it down below. The most upvotes for this scenario gets potentially selected for next week. For normal scenarios, please submit those through the link down below in the description. I'm only taking Taskmaster vids or Taskmaster suggestions through the comment section this time. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you've been entertained, and I'll catch you guys soon for the next video.